Hi, so do you make lots of videos, maybe for your YouTube channel, Facebook, LinkedIn, to promote your business? Let me just share a couple of tips which, hey, look, this is just my opinion, but a couple of tips on how to do it and how not to do it. Coming right up. Okay, so every time we get on our social media now, there are entrepreneurs and business owners out there creating loads and loads of videos, which is awesome. But I keep seeing people kind of making videos that, let me just say, could be a lot more professional. Now, right from the outset, I am not a video professional. I am a business owner. I produce a lot of videos. I have 3 YouTube channels and 14 different social media accounts. But my businesses are about consulting and education, and I just make lots of videos to share information, to promote our businesses and so on. And I think it's a little bit sad when I see a lot of people out there producing videos that just with a couple of little changes could be so much better. Now do have a look around on this channel because there are other videos about making videos. But let me just, this is very personal, so let me just share a couple of things which I find off-putting. These, I see, people holding their phone. It's obviously their phone they're holding, wearing these things or those little toothbrush, what do you call them, AirPods, walking down the street. What does that say to me? I have to film all this stuff on my phone. I don't have any video equipment. It just, to me, kind of looks amateurish. I mean, obviously, it depends on your channel and your business and so on. But, if you're trying to create a professional image, having stuff hanging out of your ears and stuff just says that, hey, I'm making this on a shoestring, I have to use my phone. I'm not saying go out and use expensive phone video equipment. Generally, if I'm out and about, I do shoot everything on my phone. This is on some sort of little handheld gizmo, which is interesting. I generally use it for a DSLR, but I'm just holding the phone on this today. I will very often shoot stuff on my phone if I'm not shooting it in our studio, and I'm here in our studio today. Studio sounds very elaborate, I know. It's a tiny room in our office with a green screen behind me. So, sound, really good sound is so important on video. So I'm shooting this on some video cameras here, and I've got some lapel mics. But when I'm out and about, all I use for sound is one of these. So don't wear your toothbrushes in your ears and, have your phone earbuds in. Just use one of these. This is like, this is about $90 Australian. So what's that, about $50 US. On a little thing here, just plug it into your phone. You can clip it on, hide it somewhere, but it just looks so much more professional. And the other thing is, try not to hand hold the phone. I mean, sometimes it's cool, depending on what you're trying to shoot, but always I would suggest put it on a stand of some kind. So this one's obviously a bit over the top, but I love these little Gorilla Pods. So steady shot, good sound, really important. Wearing these just smacks of, I'm an amateur, to be honest, because I had to shoot it on my phone. Using one of these, plugged into your phone, no one will ever know it was shot on a phone, and it's going to look and sound much more professional. Now, the other thing that I tend to notice is backgrounds. And I noticed this with a lot of YouTubers. And again, look, this is just personal opinion coming, I'm sort of a B2B consultant. So B2C is a bit different, and depending on your market, it's going to be a little bit different and so on. But I see so many YouTubers who are sort of gurus in their niche, and they're shooting the videos in their bedroom. What does that say? I haven't moved out of home yet. I'm living with mum and dad. So if you're trying to, and hey, look, if the YouTube channel's about a teen fashion thing or something, that's fine, But if you're like a business coach or something like that and you're trying to put on a more professional image, I'm not sure shooting it in your bedroom works. There are so many easy ways of just having a different background. So let's do, Louis, one of my editors, will just do some magic on the green screen. So I actually showed this little studio on another video. So Louis, stick the link to that up here, will you? But I'm shooting green screen here. So look, I could be talking in the middle of a high street, please. Or I could be standing in an office, you know, a nice blurry background of an office, stick that up, Louis. Or I could be standing on a beach, that would look a bit weird in sort of business stuff. But a simple green screen allows you to obviously adapt the background. And it's not hard to do. I mean, this is a custom little studio where I've actually painted the wall green, but you can buy, you know, a chroma green, it's called chroma green cloth, just hang it in your bedroom and just make sure you light it well. You've got to light yourself and the green screen. And then obviously in editing, you can put whatever you like on the green screen. So, you know, that's probably a little bit more elaborate, getting to green screen. The only reason I use it, to be honest, is that in my office here, I'm making videos almost every day, and it's just easier for me. You know, today is a Sunday morning, and this is video number 8 that I've shot. So it's very easy for me to just walk in here into my little studio. I've got a couple of cameras set up. I can just hit them. I've got 3 microphones. So I was just going to show you this one. This is a little backup mic, which we were using on an earlier video. And it's just easy. So that's kind of one reason that I do green screen. But it's really easy to set up in your own home as well. You don't need lots of equipment, you know. And I talk about this on another video. Shoot it on your phone. Shoot it with a shoot it with a $50 plug-in microphone. That's all you need. And a couple of cheap lights off eBay. You can get them for about $20. So backgrounds are really important. So what have we talked about? Sound, backgrounds. Another way to get a really cool background. I haven't actually done this yet, but I'm thinking of it. So I have an office here in an outer suburb of Sydney. I also have a serviced office in the CBD, the Central Business District of Sydney, and I have access to them in other cities as well. So what I have done a few times in the past, I might be at a meeting, say in Sydney or Melbourne, and I've got, you know, a rented office for an hour, and it has a lovely view. Well, guess what? I'm getting out my little GorillaPod on my phone, and I'm shooting a quick video with this beautiful view from a fancy city office. You know, if that's your thing, if that is your market. Go and rent an office for 2 or 3 hours and bang out 10 videos, you know, if you want that sort of corporate background. So on the topic of backgrounds, just think about, does the background match what I'm talking about and, you know, to my audience? Obviously, you know, I do a lot in the logistics space. I run a logistics consulting company, so sometimes I'm walking around a warehouse or whatever, but, you know, we might easily just do that on a green screen. So just to recap, personal opinion, you know, if you disagree with me, do comment below, but I just don't think having these hanging out your ears is a very good look if you're trying to do professional videos. It's very inexpensive just to get a plug-in lav mic. These are from Rode for about $50. Use your phone. Handheld is fine. If you can, try to use some sort of stand. You don't want to walk around carrying a tripod. You know, you can wrap this around a signpost or something. They're really good. And in terms of backgrounds, just think about what's behind you. Just take a moment. You know, if you're out and about and you're shooting a video on the fly, just think carefully about what's behind me. And if your phone has the feature, maybe you want to use the bokeh effect, which puts the background out of focus. Just be careful though, because that will give you a very shallow depth of field. Make sure that you're in focus as well. So other ideas for background, use a green screen, go and rent an office, whatever. But it's all about, you know, making your videos look professional, because it's so easy to make them look really professional. And it's also easy to sort of kind of fall into the trap of making them look a little bit amateurish. But hey, caveat, just my opinions. I'm working to a B2B market. Depending what you're doing, B2C, whether it's just a fun sort of lifestyle channel or something, ignore it. This is really just from the perspective of, you know, trying to give a professional look, I guess, to more of a corporate market. Okay, so if you have any questions on that, do comment below. You know how it works. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. So this channel is predominantly about, you know, small business owners and helping out, you know, virtual assistants if you're watching it on Virtual Done Well. We might also actually put this on the Consulting Business School channel, because I think it's relevant there as well. So we do have 2 or 3 YouTube channels, but hit whichever one you're on, hit subscribe, hit the bell. That way you get notified when there's a new video coming out, and videos generally come out on a Wednesday. So hope you found this useful. See you next week.